Yes, yes, yes. What's going on, world? This is your man, Buddy Rahming, and we are back at it, y'all, with another episode of the Yeah Buddy podcast. And you know how we do like every episode. I like to bring one of my friends in from the entertainment industry. We sit down, chop it up, see what we got going on in the entertainment business. And this episode is like no other. Man, this time we got my friend coming all the way from the Bay Area. This dude, he's an actor, he's a filmmaker, production assistant, location manager. He's a jack of all trades out here in the Bay Area film industry. So right now, y'all, I want y'all to make it live and make it laugh. My good friend, Mr. Bobby Ysip,
What's
up in
up,
the
everyone?
building, y'all.
I'm here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Bobby, man, thank you for sliding through
Thank you
to
for
the
having me.
Yeah Buddy podcast, man, for sure, for sure.
Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
man, it's been, I think the first time I remember like seeing you on set, like connected and stuff like that was on the, it was a while ago. It was like the Beats by Drake commercial. I remember
Yeah,
that
dude.
with
I was just thinking the same
the
thing.
same thing, yeah. Because I remember, because
Yeah.
every now and then on my Facebook memories, that picture will pop up and stuff like that. It was me, you, Johnny, and then Dwayne and stuff. I like that. We like, yeah, go Warriors. But that was the Beats by Drake commercial. We had who was on that? It was Kevin Durant was there.
Kevin Durant was
Yeah.
there. I don't know if Steph was
I
there.
don't think Steph was there, but I think Draymond was there.
Draymond was there.
Yeah, Draymond was there. That was cool. Commercial sets are that's like probably the main thing to get like work out here
Yeah,
in
I
the Bay
believe
Area.
so. There's always commercials coming into the Bay Area,
Mm.
and it's like, for instance, right now you got the NBA All-Star thing coming up, and also the playoffs. Like there is some stuff coming up for the playoffs. I saw for casting going on.
Mm.
So it seems like there's a lot of commercials going on, even in just in tech too, because that's the tech world over in the Bay Area too. There's tons of industrial videos and things going on for like Salesforce or like um, Apple, especially Apple too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm. A lot of times, like people will like, especially like actors and stuff like that, is we want to be be like the big movie star names on the posters and stuff like that. But up here in the Bay Area, like the industry is mostly like how you just said, it's commercial work, and then it's like industrial work.
Right. I like to say like big movies like they come in once in a while,
Mm.
but to really stay in it, the industrial and commercial is a route to go
Mm.
up here. Because you'll continuously get work once in a while, because that's always played out that way with the commercials. But I feel like you have to be a jack of all trades too to do other things to keep going. Like if you wanted to PA too, or like jump into production, that would be a great thing too. And then do some acting. That's what I kind of do. Is I do both sides of like acting and then the production to kind of keep the ball rolling. If there's no acting going on, then I go to production, and if there's acting going on, then I go back to acting.
Mm.
But I feel like that's just across the board too. I know people in LA that do the same thing too.
Yeah.
Or like have some other side hustle that they do to continue it on. I mean, if the movies ain't coming in right now, you just gotta like find something to get you by, like do the commercials, do the print work, do the industrials.
Mm. Yeah, I think especially with being up here in the Bay Area and in Sacramento, you definitely kind of have to have that mentality to where understanding what the market is up here and understanding what the industry is up here. And if you want to make money up here, that's where it's going to be commercial work, industrial work. But if you want to, like how you say, be the movie star, or so you get tired of just being on the commercial work, that industrial work, because it pays good, but it's not necessarily going to be something that's going to you're going to put on your resume.
Totally.
Yeah.
I mean, up here, if you wanted to go to LA and be on like a network series, I mean, you could do that too. I mean, you could just like move there, but I mean, it's a different vibe, of course.
Mm.
I mean, if you wanted to still stay in the Bay Area, you could just fly down to LA once in a while since it's so close.
Mm.
It's not too far of a drive or a flight to get over there to go do some work too. So that's why I like staying in the Bay Area more than I like staying in LA.
Yeah.
It's because it's so close to go there if I need to,
Mm.
if I have to, and then come back and just relax here.
Yeah.
Mm. But and do my other work up here when things come along.
Yeah. How did you get involved in acting and filmmaking? Where you were acting first, or you more so like PA first?
Oh, I got first into acting through my brother, and back in 2009, he worked at the Filipino channel, and he was a cinematographer. And there was a TV show coming from the Philippines to film in the Bay Area, and he asked me if I wanted to be one of the characters in this show, and I was like, "Yeah, I'll do it. Why not?"
Mm,
So I end up being in the show. I robbed this old dude, take his money from the Bible, and I
mm.
walk up and I'm like, "Yeah, dude, I just capped that dude." But it's funny. It's so funny.
Mm,
But after that, I didn't even really think about acting. Like
mm,
a couple of years went by, and I was like, "Oh, okay, whatever." And a buddy of mine I was skateboarding with, Studio. I don't know if you met Studio. I might have met him a
mm.
long time ago.
Probably, probably a
Like,
long time ago.
remember, like on Looking, he was a short dude, kind of. Probably like
Looking. Which one was that one? Was that the HBO
that
one?
was the HBO one.
So I did background on that one for like one day maybe.
Yeah,
So I'm not sure if I worked with him or not.
yeah, probably.
Yeah, I
That,
probably did, but I don't know who he was.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, anyways,
Mm,
he was looking for extras for HBO for that show,
mm,
and we were going to be skateboarders. And then I was like, "Oh, dude, sign me up! I'm down. I'm gonna do that."
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And he signed me. He talked to his agent, I guess, and he got us to go be extras as skaters. But they changed it last minute. We
Mm.
become club goers at this bar.
Was it a gay club?
He was a gay
Hey,
club.
bro. Hey, hey, man.
what,
Finish the story, but we got some stories about that.
what was so funny is they made us wear penis necklaces inside this thing,
Mm,
and it was like this bachelor party, and we had to scream and get loud. But in that moment, I was like, "This is kind of cool, though."
yeah,
I mean, there's big cameras, there's lights. I want to be part of this.
yeah,
I mean, despite that, what's going on,
yeah,
I was like, "Dude, I want to be part of this."
yeah.
So I asked people, "How do you continue doing this?" They were like, "Sign up on casting networks
Hmm.
and get an agent, all these things." And
Yeah.
I just followed along and continued trying to do that. Was
Mm.
just apply on casting networks, and before they had like Bobino.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because Bobino created Casting Networks.
Is that what it was? I didn't
Yeah,
know that.
yeah, yeah. Bobino had created Casting Networks, so I still think like he just like Bobino Casting is just Casting Networks now. So he'll still post like postings will still go through like I'll still see casting that says like Bobino Casting and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But I think it's some other lady that like runs it or whatever.
So that's what happened. Because I
Yeah.
was like, wait, Bobino was like a good company. I
Yeah,
thought
it's like how
like,
did this happen? No, he just took over the game. Like yeah, he
damn.
like casting networks. For anybody that doesn't know, like casting networks, that's like where you go to like find work in the Bay Area and Well, actually, no, they changed it now to like it's almost like wherever now. Like you can see like work like LA, New York, wherever it may be and stuff. If there's a industry for filming up there, there's work being posted. But yeah, yeah, Bobino changed the game with the casting networks because it went from like having to like finding the casting directors, going to the casting directors to audition it and stuff like that, to where
Yeah.
it's all online now. He just yeah,
Yeah. It's a simpler interface for all of them. Like
hmm
they just go to one place, submit, and then
yeah,
you get an audition, you submit for
hmm
that. And then it was
yeah,
pretty
yeah,
self sufficient, you know?
yeah, yeah. But working on looking because that was funny because that was like one of the first like cast like background jobs that I ever done. But like how you say like the way they had posted on like casting networks, like the way the job was and stuff all like that, it was so misleading to me.
Yeah.
Like because it like nothing against like the
Yeah.
LGBTQ
Yeah. Yeah.
community or nothing like that, but it's just the fact that like they didn't say that like at all the casting. So then like I showed up to like I think it was like a video game release party or whatever, and I'm like, all right, cool, whatever, stuff like that. But then you start noticing that they like when they start like setting the backgrounds and stuff like that, they start setting all the guys up together. You don't really notice that first. They're like, you're just best friends, just be best friends together. So all right, cool, whatever.
Yeah.
So we all the guys just grouped together, and then like next thing you know, they're like, okay, well here not like how you say with the penis necklaces. They're like,
Yeah,
all right,
dude.
y'all now put this on. We're like, yo, what the fuck are we talking about, bro? And then next thing you see all these sailors come through like big buff ass sailors in these tight ass suits, and we're like, yo, what the fuck did we just walk into, bro? Like,
You make me think like that's why they last minute changed me to go to this bar
yeah,
instead of being
we
a
probably was on
skateboarder.
the same thing. We probably was on the same
Yeah.
episode and stuff like that. I was just like, I was like, what?
Yeah, I didn't
But
know what was going on. I was like, this is bizarre, but
yeah,
I mean, it's cool to
Yeah.
be on a big set like that, like
Yeah.
HBO.
That's the thing too, because it's an HBO show, so you're not gonna you're just taking in that experience, and like how you said, it was probably like one of your first times being on like a big
Yeah,
set, so you don't really understand. You like, so you're just taking it all in and stuff like that. But
I'm
it
like,
wasn't it
oh.
wasn't until I went back and like tried to watch the TV show that I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
That's
I got to do a couple of the episodes. I remember I was like a bodyguard or
mm,
like a club bodyguard or bouncer at
yeah,
one of the clubs.
yeah. That's funny. Oh my word, yeah.
Yeah, but after that, like after getting that job, I uh, I hopped on to casting networks, and I started applying for other ones, and there was like the other Murder in the First came for a while
Hmm.
with Tay Diggs, and I got on a couple episodes on that one too. Like that was fun too,
Yeah.
and like that just really I really wanted to be part of that world after that, and like I continued to do extra roles as long as I could, and then I tried to get an agent at that time, couldn't get one, couldn't find one, and then I tried to move to LA at like in 2015. I tried to move to LA, didn't work out. I came back up here. Then I decided to go into production work in 2018, 2017, and when I hit that world, it changed for a while. It was like, okay, I'm a PA. I'm just gonna think about production for a while. Did that, but it kept me in the game of the acting world because like I met like people that were shooting projects and doing things and made me still connect to that community.
Mm,
Um, but it was weird because I kept on bouncing back and forth, and my focus kept on shifting. And from like 2018 to 2020, or actually when COVID hit, like that's when I really focused on production work and thought maybe I'll just stay in production.
yeah.
And then after COVID hit, I went back to acting when production kind of got back up to it, and then I just balance both. Now I try to
Mm.
do both. I mean, but my end game is really to be an actor.
Yeah, no, yeah, of course. How do you find that the balance between saying, okay, focusing on now being in front of the camera, now I'm gonna be like behind the camera. Is it more like just a mental fatigue that you go through? You're like, all right, now I need to just
Yeah, it's a trip because like when I'm on set, I don't want to be like too close to the camera
mm,
because I know I don't need to really be there. And then when it's something like I as an actor that you need to be in front of the camera,
mm,
then I'll go there. I'll be there. Like I just balance it out. Like if I don't need to be there, I won't be there. Like I just focus on my work. Like Damon what was his, Matt Damon had a video and he was talking about if he could just focus on his work, his teacher would just tell him to say, "Just do your work, kid." So he always relies to that quote that his theater teacher told him was to just do his work. So I always remind myself just to do my work that I'm supposed to be doing at that time.
mm,
Like just if I'm supposed to be the actor, I'm the actor. If I'm supposed to be the production assistant, be the production assistant. Leave it at that.
mm,
You know, unless
yeah,
they pull me and do something and want me to be the actor at that day or be an extra or whatever.
mm,
I kind of just separate it. I lock in what I need to do and I just focus on what I gotta do. Just do
mm,
my work, kid.
yeah. And you're one of the people where you're a member of the union with SAG and with the crew because you're a Teamster too and stuff like that.
Indeed.
So we'll jump into head to like with the Teamsters in a little bit, but like right now, like for like because most people want to be actor up here actors and want to join in SAG. What was the process like for you becoming SAG eligible and then deciding to okay, now it's the time for me to join the union.
So back in the day, like you had to like collect your vouchers. Well, you collect three vouchers, a union vouchers, and you could join the SAG after union. Um, and you would have to keep the three hard copies and then like mail it in. And I still have my hard copies, but now it's different. You have to be on the website, and they kind of like check. You have to check in to see if you're eligible on there. So like they send back the voucher to SAG and all that now. Um, but like it was hard to really get the three vouchers because like in the Bay Area there is some union things going on like with shows and movies, and there's only a small amount of number of union vouchers that go out sometimes. And I remember one time I was working with uh, are at San Andreas, and they're you got a story?
Yeah, I got to. Man, we got stories. That's funny, man.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
dude, it was like after an 18-hour day. Do you know Lamar Stewart?
Yeah.
I asked him when we're signing out, "Are you guys giving union vouchers out?"
He
And he
said
goes,
no.
"What he did? What he said no, but what he did, he goes, hey everybody, this guy right here, everybody, look at him. He's asking for a union voucher. Do you think we're giving out union vouchers today?" He just put me on the spot.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I felt hella motivated. I was like,
Yeah.
oh man, dude. I was like, dude, I shouldn't have asked. But like, I was researching about that, and I was like, you should ask sometimes, right?
Mm.
So I asked, and they weren't giving out union vouchers.
Yeah.
But I talked to him like recently about that. He was like, dude, you know, that's how it goes, man. When someone asks for vouchers, you're gonna have to put them on blast once in a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's. I mean, when I got my 3 vouchers, like it was one was I had to shave my head, and then one was like I forgot the other one. I think the last one was I had to shave my head to be on set, and they gave me a union vouchers, and that was the third one I needed to get to join SAG, and it took like 5 years to do that.
Mm.
It's like it takes a while. Like it doesn't happen overnight. You just gotta keep like going out and doing all these extra roles to get it. You know, even like famous people like what's her name, Tarajan or Terjani? What's her name? I forgot. She's but she did her 3 vouchers doing extra roles too, and she's a celebrity. And she mentions, you know, just work to get your vouchers, and then you could join SAG, and then from SAG, you know, like if you want to join now, you could join later. It all depends. Like if there's a lot of SAG work going on, then you should definitely join. But if there's not, like just wait a little bit and stay non-union, because a lot of non-union work is around. But I mean, eventually you want to join SAG, because if you're wanting to make it big and work on those big projects, you're gonna have to make the jump, because all the bigger productions are SAG or all union. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
So the funny story I was gonna say about like San Andreas, and what was his name?
Lamar.
Lamar.
Yeah.
Because how you said he wasn't giving out SAG vouchers. I got my very first SAG voucher on San Andreas.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh.
So what happened was I did the same thing you did, except I did it at the beginning of the day, and I just asked. I was like, "Yo, Lamar," I was like, "Hey, is it possible for me to get like a SAG voucher or anything like that?" He's like, "Nope, we don't do that up here today, man." I was like, "For real?" He's like, "Nope, soup." I was like, "All right, shit, man, whatever." And then so now you know, like once you're you get breakfast and stuff like this, like lay down period, like just chill or whatever, like you know that where actually you know just sit around and do nothing or whatever.
Yeah, we just posted.
Yeah. So Lamar he gets up from his booth and he just takes off because somebody needed him or whatever. And I just look at that desk and I walk up and I just snatch one of the SAG vouchers off the table.
Oh, dude!
And I'm over here just looking at it like it's like the golden ticket, like it's
Yeah,
like
it's
Willy
a golden
Wonka, like I just
ticket.
said like the lotto or something like this. I'm like, oh my god! And then another actor walks in, he's like, yo, what is that? I was like, it's a SAG voucher. He's like, how'd you get it? I'm like, I stole it. Like they're right over there. And so then he walks over to the table, he gets ready to take it, and then like 4 or 5 PAs see him take it, they swarm over to him like, what are you doing? No, put that down. I was like, oh shit. I'm like, this is I don't know what the fuck I just did or whatever. And I was just walking around to all the other SAG actors on set today. I'm like, what do I do with this? What do I do with this? They're like, just write TH on it and then you'll be good or whatever. And then like, and then I see Lamar at the end of the day, like, you know, they had union line and non-union line.
Yeah.
I slide into the union line and I give him my paper, and he's looking at the paper, he's looking at my name, doesn't see my name on the union list, and he sees my name on the non-union list, and he just looks at me, he's all like, motherfucker. And he just signs off on it and then gives it to me, and I was like,
oh, dude, that's a good story.
Yeah,
dude.
I was like, oh shit.
Oh my god, dude! I would never think to steal one. Dude. I think maybe at that time when I was starting like that too, I would probably do that too.
Yeah, but now when I look, I'm like, hell no, hell no. But back then, that desperation kicked in. I was like, yeah, whatever. Fuck
like,
it.
I gotta join SAG. That's what it was about, man.
Yeah,
you gotta join. You gotta join, and sometimes it takes some crazy moments to make it happen.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't recommend doing that, but yeah, that's how I got my first my sample. So what were the three projects that you worked on to get your vouchers?
I think one was the intrinsic smile. Do
Mm,
you remember that one?
I don't remember, but I mean, I think I remember seeing like a casting for it, but I don't think I got on it.
It was like a trippy movie, not a trippy movie. It was about like Freemasonry, or the scene that I was in was like Freemasonry, high upper class party, and like elites and shit at City Hall.
Mhm.
I was like, okay, whatever it is, it sounds pretty cool. And I played a waiter. And I was walking around just giving out drinks and shit. But they gave me a voucher,
Yeah, yeah.
and I got on that. And then uh, my first one was, damn, I can't remember what the first one was. Um, maybe Ant Man. Was it Ant Man?
You weren't stuck on the ferry, were you? Or the what was that the ferry that went out to the ocean or
Oh
whatever?
yeah, I remember. I heard
Yeah,
about that. They
that
went
was
out and they got stuck and they
yeah.
can't come back.
They couldn't come back for like they were stuck out there for like 12 hours or something like that. Like no lunch, no nothing, just craft service, nothing but chips ahoy's for
Yeah,
12 hours.
crackers and shit.
Yeah.
Let
Oh, more almonds.
me get a handful of almonds.
Yeah.
But nah, I forgot which one. I gotta come back to that
Mm.
one. But I know the last one I had to shave my head to be on behind enemy lines that shot in Alameda on the boat or the military thing.
Mm.
That was the last one I got, and then um, I was able to join. But I waited for like a couple years to join. It wasn't until actually I met the stunt actor, Andrew Neese, and he was telling me, "Man, you should just join SAG. You know, you've been waiting this long already, and I think you should just make the jump, and I think you'll be good at it." And I was like, uh, all right, I'll just join. And this is when they had the Leonardo DiCaprio movie shooting up here in SAC,
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
and I got on to go on to that as BG.
Mm.
I was like, all right, this is cool.
Yeah.
I'm not
That's how long
tripping.
you been in union for?
Only like a year.
Okay, okay.
I just joined. Like I've been SAG eligible for like years, like
Yeah.
maybe 7 years.
Okay.
And I just finally joined.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But it feels good though, man.
Yeah. Welcome to the club, man. Welcome to the club.
It feels good to be part of the club, man.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
No more
definitely
work.
good.
Now it's dried up. Now all your hopes and dreams is
Washed.
yeah.
It's done.
Now you just got to work under the card and shit.
I heard like people are working non-union in LA, and so many of them are doing it that they could get away with that because they can't keep up with all the people working non-union.
That I think that also, and I think that as long as they're paying their SAG dues, it shouldn't really matter.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
we gotta do something, man. Work is slow.
Yeah, we got to do something because it's
Mhm.
not fair to all of us.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
I hope we're able to do some other stuff at least.
Mhm. Yeah. So you worked on the Leo DiCaprio movie. That was the first project you did officially as a
As a
SAG
SAG.
member.
Yeah,
How many days did you work on that?
2.
2 days.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It was funny. The first day, I get the email saying, "Yeah, we're gonna have you on. I'll email you the address where we need to meet." And I didn't get the email at night, and I was like, "Oh shit, dude! Should I just go over there and just figure it out?" So I just drove to Sacramento, not knowing where I'm gonna go, hoping
Mhm.
that I'll get the email in the morning.
Yeah.
And I sent them emails in the morning, and they didn't get back to me. And I was like, I went to set, and I was like, "Hey, do you know where base camp's at?"
Mhm.
And they directed me to where base camp's at, and I just go over there. And then once I get over there, I get an email, and they're like, "Oh, you meet here, blah blah blah." And then I walk in, I'm like, "Oh damn, man! What if I didn't show up? What if because I didn't get no confirmation about where I should be going?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh fuck, man! First day of being SAG, and I'm already having a hard time."
Yeah. It gets better once you get the free breakfast. You're like, all right, this is cool.
The breakfast was good though.
Yeah.
They had the good food.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you working on the set? Did you get to see like DiCaprio or any of the actors?
I didn't see nobody.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What they have you doing on set?
I was driver. I saw you.
Oh!
You were there the same day.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay,
Remember?
yeah.
With-
So you
with-
was just driving
I
there.
was just driving.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Was it the chase scene or?
I think it was a chase scene where they're
Yeah.
running down the block.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those are fun though. I mean, because you're chilling in your car the whole
I'm in
time.
my
That's
car.
always cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. And you get the pay bump too for your car too.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
always nice. That's always nice.
Yeah. I mean, Any bump is really good.
Yeah,
Like they make you smoke cigarettes, even though they're nasty as shit.
yeah.
Yeah, I smoke those
I
motherfuckers for some
smoke
money.
like rain, yeah, rain. I don't give. Yeah, I smoke, yeah, smoke bump, whatever it may be.
Those herbal cigarettes taste like shit,
They do. They're
dude.
nasty as fuck, but
$20 bump, I'll take it though.
yeah, it's worth it. And then working on the other projects that all the other like SAG projects that I've seen you working on and stuff like that, you were mostly like locations manager, PA and stuff
I
all
was
like
probably
that.
PAing, or I
Mhm.
was not location manager yet.
Right. Okay.
I just joined the union location managing maybe 3 years ago or 2 years ago. So I haven't. I've only been on Shang-Chi. No, I did indie projects as a location manager and not a
Mhm.
big one yet.
Mhm. Okay, but you done PA because I saw well, I went on to IMDb and stuff
Yeah,
like that. But you worked on was it the Matrix 2? Not
yeah.
not Matrix 2, but
No,
Matrix Rebel TOO. Yeah,
T.O.
yeah, yeah. The Matrix 4, yeah, Matrix 4
Resurrections.
Resurrections, yeah.
Yeah, you're on
Mhm.
there too, weren't you?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. That was.
it was fun, dude. What did you feel about that? What did you think?
What did you do on that?
I was a locations
Use
assistant.
locations. Okay, so me working background on it, it was like it was such a surreal experience. It felt like the first time, like I don't know how to describe it, but like I felt like I was in a movie. If that makes any sense, yeah. Like I know I'm on a movie, like I know like I'm in the movie, but like working on that movie, so it felt like the first time I was like I'm on a movie. Like it was like this was like a surreal experience type of thing. Because like once they found out where we was filming at, you had like they had a rope off everything. People is just 3,000 like 300 people outside just cheering like woo
Yeah, they had
woo
crowds like
yeah.
literally like at every corner. They had signs too. They're like, "Keanu, I love you."
Mm-hmm.
And like even at one point, we had to close like a building because so many people wanted to rush in to see Keanu.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was like
Yeah,
a movie, like how you explain it.
yeah.
Like I
It
could,
was it was wild.
it was wild. It was like,
And
uh,
it's like getting off the bus or whatever. Like people, they don't know who is who. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as like they could be looking at us and be like, oh, that's the actor next to with Keanu Reeves or whoever it may be. So they're treating you just like a movie star too as well. The exact
yeah,
same love that like they show Keanu Reeves. They're looking at you like, ooh, I want a picture with them.
yeah.
I'm
They'll
like
take a picture with
me.
you.
Like you're not gonna see me, man. No, trust me. The most you're gonna see is the back of this head. But I appreciate it.
It's the
But
love, man, that they give.
the love, they had the love and appreciation. It's all like, man, like the movie may have sucked,
Yeah,
but
the
you
movie wasn't the greatest.
it wasn't the greatest. My bad. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if they gave me a line or two, but like the just the fact that so many people was like, I'm like that was the first time I felt I seen the scope
Did
of
you get
what
to see any of the
filmmaking
stunts
was.
or the
Oh
explosions?
my god, yeah.
Yeah,
Because I
that's
did. I did so the one scene I did, it was like a lot of the office scene where we was like up on like the 28th story of the building or whatever it may be and shit.
yeah.
I was like, yeah, why the fuck are we so high up here and shit? Like this, we could just green screen this shit. Like we were so high up, they had to build an office building on top of like the other office buildings and stuff like that because like the building was like completely like the floor was completely empty. That's how far separated it was for like all the rest of the businesses. So I'm
What?
like, why the fuck are we so high up right now? This don't make no sense. But they're like with the stunts because like the whole third act of the movie where like they're chasing him on the motorcycle and all that type of jazz,
Yeah,
and all the people's running after them, chasing after him. Oh
yeah.
yeah, I was there all those nights,
Dude, I
all
give it
those
up
night
to you,
shifts.
man. It was cold as fuck, dude.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. Oh my word, it
it
was
was
horrible.
overnights.
Those overnights was horrible. I did like maybe like the first night, like I was like, then after that, I was like, you know what, man, like it was funny because like we would be like having us just running down the street or whatever, like chase after, all right, now back to set, now back to one, and then running, chasing after him again. All right, y'all back to one, chasing after him back to one. I was like, God damn. After like the third time, I was all like, I booked it and I made a left. And I just ran down this alleyway. I just pulled out this blunt and I was just fucking smoking and shit. And I was just like, and I was just looking at them like, man, that can't be me right now. And then they're like, all right, y'all, we're gonna set up for the next scene. Y'all go back to hold it or whatever. The second they cleared hold, I'll put that blood out. I came back like I did something. Oh, that was tiring, y'all. That was
The amount of having to run so many times for
yeah,
that, dude, I could feel like
yeah.
it was like
And it
brutal,
was
man.
brutal. And they didn't really tell people that. They had people dressed up like some people are dressed up like in they're like stuff that they go to sleep in and stuff all
Yeah,
like that. Like
Philip was like
Philip, yeah, it was Philip. I
that.
didn't want to say his name, but like, oh my god, I felt so bad for
Yeah,
Philip.
he was in his like underwear almost, pretty
Yeah, he
much.
was in his underwear and a robe. He was in his underwear, a white beater, and a robe from 6 o'clock at night to 6 o'clock in the morning in San Francisco, the Bay. Like it's just freezing cold, and this
It's
is
hella cold.
in January. No, in February. In
In February.
February, so it's still cold up in February, man. And he's over doing this for 12 nights. 12 nights in a row, and he's like committed. It's like, Phil, you're not even SAG yet, bro. Just go home.
Yeah, just give up.
Just go home. Like, no, don't give up, but just go home, bro.
Don't give up.
They're torturing you right now, bro. Like it was, yeah. And then the stunts was horrible too because was her because the Wachowski lady, she kept switching up. Well, I don't know. Maybe you could speak on like as far as like locations, how it was trying to manage the locations because I just felt like she kept switching up like what scenes we was going to do and all that type of stuff. But for the most part, like the well, that third act we were chasing that took place on the same highway or that same street, anyways, and stuff all like that.
Yeah, Montgomery or like one of those streets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but like she had switched up like one of the stunts that they was gonna do for the day, so I'm gonna just do something completely different. And they wasn't like prepared for that or whatever, so they had to just create like a contraption out of like just whatever they could make it out of and shit like that. So it was
Yeah.
supposed to be like Keanu was on his motorcycle where he's like doing like powers where like you know what I'm saying? It was supposed to like
And they get yanked back,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Did you see that? Were you there?
There was someone that got injured.
Yeah, he did. I
Yeah.
saw that, man. It was horrible. Like it was supposed to that stone was supposed to yank him back and then like just like he's like, oh, you know. But like what happened was instead of yanking him, well, first off, I don't know why there was no mat anyways for him to land on. But like
That's dangerous already.
It was dangerous already because this is on
Yeah.
the street. So instead of shooting him backwards, it shot him straight up.
Oh,
Fuck! It shot him straight up. He went, and then he went. They shot him up maybe like 20 feet up in the air or something like that. And then he just went smack right down on his head, right on the fucking concrete.
Oh
And he was
man,
knocked out cold and
that's
shit.
so bad,
And then
man.
what happened was is the stunt coordinator, he comes on running through like, oh my God, what's going on? What's going on? And he looks and he sees the dude or whatever. And I guess what happened was is the stunt person who got knocked out cold,
Yeah.
that was the stunt coordinator's son.
Oh
And he
shoot.
had the one who set up the whole stunt or whatever. So now he looks and he sees his son knocked out cold or whatever. So then he passes out. So now they got to call another ambulance for the other dude. They're like, oh, we need another one.
Yeah, so there's back to back pass outs.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
But the dude was back on set like the next day. He had a lump on his head or whatever. But he was like, yeah, it's all right. Let's get back to work.
Man, brave man.
Right, yeah. What was your experience like working on The Matrix?
I'm kind of biased. Like, well, I'm not biased. In a sense, I am just because I won an award on that, a team award.
Oh,
but
congrats.
we all won that though. But there was also some negatives also on that job. But it's like I got hit in the face. I got punched in the face actually.
Oh shit.
There's a thing called lockups where PAs and whoever PAs or us location assistants go to a corner and we don't allow anyone to walk on set.
Mm-hmm.
We block out the public, and so there's these rollerbladers coming down the street. Somehow they got through us and they went almost to set, and they're causing ruckus. And then they leave and they came to us, and I try to stop them. And next thing you know, he swings and punches me in the face.
Oh shit.
And I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, what's up, dude? I'm about to kick your ass. And then I held back and I was like, no, I can't. I just don't want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, the police came and was like, do you want to do anything with these guys? You want to take them to court? I was like, dude, I don't want to go to court, man.
Yeah.
It's like, I got work. I got all this. And so I just was like, just let him go.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of one of those
Let me
things.
just punch him in the chest one time. Then
Yeah,
let him go.
yeah, I wanted one of those. I'm
Yeah.
going to even.
Yeah, yeah. Just hold him. Just hold him like this for me one time.
Like, go kick him in the ass.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what happened on one of the nights. I mean, it was a tough job too, because like the nights were just like it was days and nights. Like it was both. And what was cool at the end though, we had a rap party kind of like one of the PAs. Her parents owned Vesuvio's, the bar over in North Beach, and we went to North Beach after, and we opened the bar like at 6 a.m. in the morning, and we all got drunk and shit. Like after it was done,
Yeah.
like we all just got wasted. It was
Well,
like,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, one thing about the like film crews and stuff like that is rap parties. Rap parties are always a good time.
yeah.
It's
It's
just
always
like
a good time,
yeah,
man. It's like you celebrate your wins with this
mm,
party, and
mm,
like you put
yeah,
everything into it, and you end it on a good note.
yeah. And it's weird because that's like one of the only times where you'll like literally will see everybody who worked on that film set in the same room all at once. And I mean, like the people who do like the clerical work to like the PAs to like the A-list actors. You're like, oh, what the
Yeah,
hell is everybody doing here, man? Like,
yeah.
yeah,
The official, actually, Vesuvio was like a crew kind of party we had, but
mm,
the official rap party for the Matrix was at this other bar in the Mission,
mm,
and Keanu was there. The which is hockey was there, and everyone was there. It was cool just the vibe in this place, and like they had like free weed and shit,
mm.
all this stuff that was going on.
I bet, I bet. Yeah.
It
There was
was
a lot of free weed going on
free
that.
alcohol and
Yeah.
shit. Yeah.
Mm,
Um, but that was probably one of the coolest rap parties I've been to.
yeah. Yeah. One thing I will say though about like working like with these because whenever like these big time movie studios come up here to like work up in the Bay Area, there's always like a select number of crew that they bring up from like LA to like work with them and stuff like that. A lot of them mugs is assholes.
Yeah, dude, we're different vibe
Yeah,
than
different. Like
LA.
when you said that somebody punched you, I thought you was gonna say somebody from LA did it. Just because that was,
It's like, dude, we got that.
I wouldn't be surprised. I'm like, yeah, yeah.
We both got that.
It's definitely a
Yeah,
different vibe and stuff. I like they're like it's you could tell that like down there in LA, there's such um
they're
so competitive up there. Just
way to
up,
say, yeah,
yeah,
they're competitive.
so competitive up here. Like up here, it's competitive, but it's still community.
It's about
It's still
community.
community driven. So we're up here helping each other out and stuff like that. They may do the same thing, but instead of calling you by your name, they just may call you asshole. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hey,
hey
jerk.
Bobby, yeah. Hey jerk, get your ass over here. It's like, what the fuck you talking about,
What the
bro?
fuck, dude?
It's like, no, I'm sorry. That's not your name. My bad. It's whatever. Yeah. But today your name is asshole. For today your name is asshole. I'll learn your real name. Never mind. I'm not going to learn your real name. It's just asshole. You're just asshole for today. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like comparing the crews in LA and Bay Area, I felt like when I worked in LA as a crew member, I felt like I was either getting backstabbed or someone was trying to just outdo me, try to be really competitive and try to do things better than I was. In the Bay Area, it's like no, we all work together, and we we're a team. We're a community. We all help each other out. Um, LA is just very competitive, I guess. It's just the way it is.
Mm.
I mean, I guess that's how it has to be. There's the shows there, the movies being constantly shot there.
Yeah. There's just so much work up there to where it's like, yeah, you got to be competitive up here. We're like, whatever project's coming on, we just gotta be lucky enough to get on that shit. We're like, whatever we got to do to get this shit done, man. Let's get this done as a team or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's always fun and stuff like that. What other um, jobs have you worked on as a PA? Well, yeah, as a PA. Then after that, like talk about what's the process like joining the Teamsters, like the process of like joining the union.
So, a couple movies I worked on as a PA was Shang-Chi, locations PA, and then um, Obi-Wan Kenobi. I was a PA, but also locations PA. That was in LA. Um, and then other numerous jobs where I was just a PA on commercials and all that. But how I first got into PAing was through a friend of mine that I met at a award show, and his buddy was a PA, and I asked him if I could be a PA. And shout out to Jabari. I mean, you're a good dude, man. You got me my first job. Um, he got me on this paid job, and I remember my first day on that job. I was like, "What do I do? How do I do that?" I was like confused. He was when he was calling out the rolls, like, "Hey, cut, uh, it's rolling." Like I was like, "Am I supposed to say that too?" And
Mm.
I was like, "Dude, I'm kind of shy. I don't want to say that." But eventually, I ended up starting to do that, and I remember also shout out to Greg Sumner. I tell you this story all the time. He's the one that was a producer, and I drove a truck, or I didn't drive a truck, but someone else did, and I had to take out the skid marks on the driveway. So Greg told me to go get some sandpaper, at Home Depot and scrape out all the tire marks on the driveway,
Mm.
and I had to do that all day to get those out. It's probably like a funny thing, but it showed how much work I would put into being a PA. Like, I'm down to be here. I'll get this out, whatever you need me to do. And that's how you got to go about it as a PA. You just got to get the job done. And,
Yeah.
you know, it's okay, like in between all that. Like, but a good attitude, and, be ready, be a listener, be friendly, be kind to everyone, help anyone that needs help, and, you know, just be a helping hand really on set.
Yeah. PA/production assistant is probably the least glamorous job
Yeah.
there is on a film set. But like y'all, kind of like the back, like I don't want to call it like the ants, you know what I'm saying? But like the working as where y'all are all these moving parts and stuff like that that people
Definitely.
don't understand, like um that's making this whole thing go on. And sometimes production assistants, like not even all production assistants, will get like even a credit in the film, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, not
y'all playing
always.
major parts, especially like with you doing locations. Break that down and what that means to be like locations PA.
For locations PA, so you deal with all the work that all the location managers don't need to deal with, like putting the tables up, putting the chairs, putting cones out. If you have to do a lockup, you do a lockup. All depends on the situation. Um, uh, on Obi-Wan Kenobi, we brought tents through this forest and just brought them back and forth, tables and chairs. It's the heavy duty work that the location manager or assistant location manager doesn't do. It's basically just a PA, but you're attached to a department. It's almost like you're a camera PA and you do everything for camera, but for locations you're a location PA and you do everything for the location department. So it's like maybe it could be office work or go get a sign printed or whatever it may be. It could be a bunch of different things, but it all deals with locations. Um, and I don't know, like I had a great time doing locations PA stuff too, so I really enjoyed it.
Mm.
Like my time, like being there and then growing into a location manager. Like I kind of like had this idea that that's what I wanted to do was when I first heard about locations and what they do, I was like, oh, I'll do that. I'll just go for that.
Mm.
At first I was like, camera, should I be a camera guy? And I was like, I don't want to be on set all the time like that. At least with locations, you could kind of disappear and shit.
Yeah. Yeah. You get a little bit of break, the downtime and stuff like that. There's not as much pressure
Yeah,
working with like the director, the ADs, all the
exactly.
actors, stuff like that. You know, I just set this code and I chill.
Yeah, that's all it is. I just
Yeah.
put the tent up and it's done. I'll
Mm.
just go back to the corner to go sit there for a while.
Yeah.
Because I'm already being an actor. I don't need to shine in the production world, man.
Yeah.
That's their thing,
Let them do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't need to take the cake like that.
Mm.
I'm all right with where I'm at.
Yeah.
As long as I get a paycheck and I can pursue my acting, I'm
Mm.
with that.
Yeah, that's what's up. So, that was a interesting thing you had pointed out when you was talking about like, okay, I've been doing like working as a PA, but then choosing to go like pursue like the locations department as opposed to camera department, things all like that. A
Yeah,
lot of people don't may not understand that like being a production assistant is almost as good as going to film school, you know,
yeah,
because it's a job in the film, and then once you gain the trust of the other crew members, now you could choose where you want to, like what direction you want to take your career, because unlike other jobs, like this isn't something where like, oh, I'm gonna go do a job interview, fill out an application,
yeah.
fill this out. It's really referral based and reputation based.
Definitely referral based, reputation based, how they see you, if you're friendly, good, kind, all those things they take account for.
Mm,
And your reputation kind of leads you to where you want to go.
mm,
People hear about you and they hear your name. And that was one of the reasons why I got into PA too, is like when I worked for free to get my name out
mm.
so I can meet people to hear my name.
Yeah.
And so and my work ethic I thought was good, so I just continued doing that. And then I figured out I met people in locations and they taught me all these things about locations and I just went with that way. But I mean, you could go any way. Like you could talk to like the AC, you could talk to the grip department, and they'll be happy to help you. I mean, here in the Bay Area,
Yeah.
you
Mhm.
know. I don't know how LA could be so,
Mm.
but in the Bay Area, I mean, everyone's pretty helpful about wanting to help you pursue your dreams. Um, uh, but it really relies on being a good dude, good woman, or whoever, and just you know standing out a little bit and make sure you get your work done, be a good person, all those things,
Mm.
all those above.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because one thing I'd like you say up here, the Bay Area is a great stepping stone. Like if you want to go down to LA to get to build up your resume, build up all the credentials that you do need. Like if you want to be member of SAG and stuff all like that, the opportunities up here, like you can get it. It's easier to get your SAG card up here
Yeah,
than it is down in LA. Now, like that's up to us as the actor to like strip our ego and understand that we may not get our SAG card from um, you know, being like being the the top of the list, like, oh, I just
yeah, that's
auditioned for
true.
the newest Star Wars film now, I'm all this and stuff all like that, or
Yeah,
a
totally.
TV show or whatever it may be. That's how it is up here. You're going to get your SAG card from doing background work, but because there's such little um competition up here as far as like SAG goes, like you could easily get your SAG card on like with 13 Reasons Why was filming up here for 4 seasons.
Yeah,
Like I mean, like that's a gold mine up there
yeah, they were
as an
giving out.
give it out SAG. Like what are you talking
Yeah,
about? Because at first they wasn't. At first I heard they wasn't trying to do that. At first they was trying to keep everybody like non-union. But they're like, once you found out the benefits, like what's going on, like no, yeah, you gotta run that up here. That's 4 seasons. That's 13 episodes. I'm like, yeah, that is work right there, man. That is
that's automatic right there. If you just show up, that's
Mhm.
what you gotta do. That's it.
That's
Show
it.
up,
Just show
or you
up.
get the voucher,
Mhm.
and then you could join SAG.
Mhm.
Like it is easier to join up here because there's not a big crowd of like SAG actors up here,
No,
and
especially when it comes to like minorities and stuff all like that. Like I mean, like, I wouldn't doubt that there's a lot of SAG work that I just got because we just need a black person. Like I'd be looking around these back like I go onto these sets and I'd be looking around. I'd be counting the black people that I'd be seeing. I'm like, oh, I see why I got hired.
it's like affirmative action or
Yeah, I'm like
something.
I must be the safe black guy. Okay, all right, whatever. I guess I'll take this job.
I would see the same folks too. Actually,
You
I
know
see
what I'm
like
saying?
Earl, Lil John. I
Yeah,
see Timothy,
yeah.
and I see Dwayne.
It's the same. It be the same crop of black people. We be like, and we know we gonna see at least one of us on set. Like it's the same. That's us. Like it's easier for us to get it up there without having to worry about the competition factor. We just looking at it like hell yeah,
Yeah, it's
man.
like
Like
it's gonna
we're
be a
like
good
which one of
time.
y'all is the stand-in today? Which one of y'all is the stand-in, man? All right, motherfucker, do your thing, bro, for real. Which speaking of which, man, shout out to Tim, Johnny, and Dwayne and shit like that. Yeah,
Yeah, what's up, y'all?
yeah. Um, and then so with like I said, it being easier up here to get like SAG work, you feel it that's the same thing with you doing like PA and like joining the Teamsters. Like it's easy. Like it's. Do you think it's was it easy for you to find work up here, like doing PA work in the Bay Area or LA?
I think it was easier for me to get PA work up here. I had a network, I still do, of like people that I just communicate with still, and I mean, you get past jobs, and that's how it works. Someone can't work this job, so
Mm-hmm.
they say, hey, you get a call or a text, or whatever. Oh, we need somebody to work this job. And there's like groups too on Facebook you can get jobs on for it too,
Mm-hmm.
and those are helpful. Um, but I felt it was easier to do it up here. When I went to LA to try to do it, I had to restart a network and try to make friends with
Yeah.
everybody and
Mm-hmm.
try to get that going. Um, but as far as like joining Teamsters, like it was hard. Like usually you get like a recommendation from like three people, and they call the office. But I kind of worked up pretty quickly, and I think I might get like some slack, like a little bit of heat from that because I kind of moved quickly to join.
Yeah.
But I think it was based on because I location managed Fremont movie that came out in Sundance, and I did a pretty good job at it. And I think that kind of opened the door for me to join the Teamsters at that time. So I kind of earned my way in, and I think I did a hell of a good job on that movie.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, after getting Teamsters, it was kind of tough waiting for work because I'm still new,
Yeah.
and I mean people in commercial world doesn't know who I am yet,
Mm.
and the big movies they don't know who I am yet. Some of them do, but no.
Yeah.
I just gotta stay around, and hopefully it'll work out.
Mm. Yeah, I feel like that's the same kind of hurdle that you go through, like when you join the union, because like I feel like there's some sort, there's like this momentum that goes into like with the non-union work that you're doing. Where I know before I was doing that, I was constantly either doing like all the short films or whatever projects it was I was doing. I was either the lead, the co-star, or whatever it may be, and stuff like that. That kind of built that momentum up for me to be like, all right, cool, let me go now enjoy the union and stuff like that. I got the confidence, you know.
Yeah.
But then you go in it, you join, and like now you're doing these auditions, and that confidence still there. But now you're looking at it, I'm all like, I'm over like shit, man. I'm over auditioning for the same person I was just the stand-in for. Like, I was like, this is a whole different ball game, man. I was all like, oh. So it's definitely like I.
Did it feel like more pressure towards you since you have to do more auditions and all this because like
No, the pressure didn't come from having to do more auditions. The pressure came from having less auditions now because it was because like the work had dried up and my folks was solely on like okay union work, union work, union work. But because there was such little union work and like even with that, like the auditions that did come up here, like they only really came up here because there was an obligation for them to have us audition for these roles and stuff like that. But
right.
then realized that those roles were still kind of already delegated to maybe like a certain actor, you know,
Yeah, they
kind of
already premeditated, kind of have their idea.
yeah, have their idea of like who they want. Like I mean, that's just the audition process in general. Is like going into the audition knowing that they don't want you, like they already have somebody else in mind, you
Yeah,
know.
I
Um,
feel that, man. I feel like, am I really doing anything
mm,
here? Am I supposed to be auditioning, or should I
mm.
just pass on it?
Yeah. But no, we got to audition. We got to audition. That's the struggle. But no, yeah, we gotta audition. But that was the one thing that I did take away from like what I did join the uni was just like I said, it's like it's a different ball game now because like even just auditioning for what was it like all day and night or whatever the Netflix we
I
auditioned for
remember that.
all day and night or whatever.
Yeah.
But then like when you look at it, you audition, you're like, fuck, even if you killed the audition, you look at the person who got the job, and I'm like, oh, this is the dude from Snowfall. Like, fuck.
Like that's somewhere way above.
Somewhere about there. But
Yeah.
I guess I'll be a stand in. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'll stand and do it. I'll be there.
Yeah.
Fuck,
Mm-hmm.
might as well. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I that Ted Danson. There's a Ted Danson show that came up to this Bay Area, and I got an audition for a role, and I didn't get it, but I saw who got it. It was like this white dude. I was like, dude, I'm totally completely different from what he looks like.
Yeah.
So they had it probably a white dude in mind.
Mm-hmm. The Ted Danson show that was
Yeah.
up. Yeah, yo, I know exactly what you're talking about too. Yeah, I auditioned for that one too. Yeah,
Yeah, it's probably the same role.
mm-hmm. Yeah, like
The peaches.
the which one?
Was it the peaches? You had to talk about the peaches.
I think so. Like yeah, I think that's what it was. Yeah, because you're like a food vendor or something like that.
Yeah, you're the food vendor.
Yeah. They just took everybody, but
They
they're like,
took everybody.
we're gonna go with we're just gonna go with Billy.
Yeah, that's what I had. We're gonna go with Jeffrey.
Let's just go with Jeff. We don't want no Dominique. Oh man. And then so let's get into it, man. This is the portion of the show I like to call it the Mount Rushmore.
The 4 top
Yeah.
PA gigs I did.
Yeah, so the Mount Rushmore is a game that we play every episode with our guest. It's where you do like I said, your top 4 of some subject that I gave you ahead of time. You know, sometimes I don't do that to people. Sometimes I just surprise them on the spot. They're like, "Fuck!" Now I'm sweating. Yeah, but I gave you. So yeah, so we're gonna do with your top 4 productions that you worked on.
First one I want to say, I talked about it earlier, is Matrix. That's because the stunts and the explosion scenes on that movie was amazing to be part of, and it was just the Matrix. You thought it was gonna be like this big movie, even though it didn't blow up. But we had our idea about what it was gonna be like too, but it didn't happen. But I mean, it was a great movie. Second one, Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi was cool to work on. That's with Simu Lee or whatever the guy's name is. That was in San Francisco. A little bit of it. Some of it was shot in Australia, but that was a really cool movie to work on. To see the mini bus crash into the side of these cars on over by Fisherman's Wharf. Um, what else? Dead Wrong was a movie I worked in L.A. with, uh, and that had Rob Schneider, and that was really cool because I got to talk to him a little bit, and funny dude. And my last one would probably be Obi-Wan Kenobi. Actually, probably in a scale from 1 to 2 or 1 to 4. I think number 2 would be Obi-Wan Kenobi, and then 3 Shang-Chi, and then 4 Dead Wrong.
Okay, cool. So let's get into it. Let's debate it. So the first thing I would say, the two things about the interesting about Matrix 4 and then Shang-Chi is that Matrix 4 was like the very last production that they started before the pandemic happened.
Yeah.
And then Shang-Chi was like the very first one.
Yeah.
When
right.
and it was, I didn't work on Shang-Chi, but like for a reason, you know, because I had the thing, but like it was two totally different like vibes and energy. Like when we was on the Matrix, and it was literally like the second they finished rapping, like they like last day of filming, the next day San Francisco went on the whole lockdown with the coronavirus and everything like that. So if they had to push anything back any further, that production would have been screwed.
Yeah, dude, a lot of money would have
Yeah.
been lost and all that shit.
Mm.
I mean, it ended right when,
Yeah.
when that movie
Yeah.
was done.
Mm.
And then I was hearing things about China and shit
Yeah.
while we're on there.
That was the thing too, because we was like, there's like 300 of us on set, and we're just stuffed in this room, and we were all, and that's all that's going on is everybody's just panicking, like, and this is back when everybody thinking like motherfuckers is gonna turn into zombies and shit like that. There was there, and I felt bad. It was racist, but there was this one. There's this one Asian dude like in the middle of us, and he just came to set one day just hella sick, and he just started coughing. He's like, we was like, hey, yo, get him the fuck up out of here. He brought it. He's like, he brought it over here. Get him out of here. Shit, man.
Arrest this guy.
Yeah, get this dude up out of here. But the one thing that the Matrix 4 that didn't talk about, we talk about it now and stuff like that was what was I about to say? Oh yeah, that wasn't like when they talk about like celebrities and like, you know, like they talk about like Keanu Reeves kind of has that reputation for being like a good guy and just a real cool down to earth dude.
Yeah.
Like if you'd ever seen like Keanu like on the set like interacting with people, like it's true.
Yeah.
It's true as fuck. Like he was like walk over to like the extras, like, cause I had met him in the bathroom and shit, and like super awkward, like, cause he was like, cause like they had finished filming a scene or whatever, and he's just walking up to the other extras, and he's very much like his Bill and Ted type of personality, shit like that. He's like, hey man, where's the bathroom? You know? and then all the other extras are looking at like, yo, is Keanu Reeves talking to us? Like, oh my god, they're like, it's that way, and then like. He was walking into the bathroom as I was like walking out of the bathroom. I just opened the door, I'm like, what the fuck?
Damn, face to face.
Face to face. He's all like, hello. He's like, I gotta use the bathroom.
You should have closed the door. So I'm using it.
Yeah, I was like, no, too late. It was occupado. No, but I just walked out. I'm like, yo, what the fuck just happened, man? Dude. But then like the thing is like when they were like when we was filming like all the stunt scenes and stuff all like that, like whenever like the camera's like facing Keanu like on him and stuff all like that, like he had he was doing like that like, you know, using like his powers or whatever shit like that, like he's in character and stuff like that, he's all like, ah, you know what I mean, or whatever. Yeah. But then like when they did like from the opposite angle, like it is like the camera's like behind him or whatever,
yeah,
this fool's just, he's still doing the action, but he's just laughing and he's just giggling. He's like, oh my god, this is hilarious. Like, Ted, yeah, like he's a fucking kid or whatever. But I was like, oh, what the fuck? Like it kind of like made you, like I said, give you that motivation or like inspiration, just let you know that like, oh, not everybody's an asshole, or like this is work, but like we can have fun with this type of shit.
Yeah, don't take it too serious.
Yeah, don't take it too serious. Like if he's not taking this serious,
he's number one.
He's number one. If he's over here laughing, having a good time, like he's a kid in a toy store or whatever, I'm like, hey man, we kids then.
Yeah, dude. I feel like Keanu Reeves is that dude that is just a good guy all around, man. Like on set, he does his thing, but he also helps out the crew too. You know, There's even videos of him carrying like equipment upstairs for the crew.
Yeah.
You know, he's just a good dude all
Mm,
around, man.
yeah. It's like, where's the coffee? You guys want some coffee? Who wants some coffee? It's like, yo, Kiana, bro, it's cool, man. Yeah, just do your thing, bro.
Yeah,
Just do
go
your
fuck
thing.
it.
Yeah, just go act, man. And then you
By the
did.
way, give me some toilet paper.
Yeah, yeah. 2-ply. And then and then you had did Shang-Chi, and like I said,
Yeah,
that was the very first production that happened coming out of the pandemic. And for anybody that doesn't understand like what it was like filming a movie during the pandemic, bro, like well coming out of the quarantine when they finally lifted everything, and like having to get the COVID test and everything like that, like COVID test before shooting, COVID test after shooting. Like we was getting COVID tests like 3 times a day on the set. It
that's
felt
true.
like, man. So what was that experience like now? Like coming
Whew.
back from set, like and like bagged lunches and a whole bunch of
Yeah, the lunches were different. Before it was like a buffet for sure, and you get to eat like open food, but it was like more packaged and shit like that.
Mhm.
But like um, going back when COVID was going on, we had to take COVID tests like throughout the day, like 3 times, you know,
Yeah,
because like actually on Shang-Chi, someone caught COVID, and we ended up going home for the day, and then they called us back in to take COVID tests, and then they told us to go away
mhm.
and then wait until the results come in, and they didn't know how to plan this out. Like
Yeah,
when do we come back to set the shoot again?
yeah,
So it was like all new things going on and how to like go through it all.
mhm.
And we eventually came back to shooting, but it was more strict. It was like
Yeah.
we kept each department very like
Like it's
its
zones.
zones.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what they called it. They called it zones and stuff all like that. And it was just, it was like, man, that was the first time like trying to go back onto like working movie sets after like the like during like COVID and quarantine. Like that really made you like question like, do I love making movies and shit? Like, cause
yeah. Is
like
it worth me going out to
yeah,
kill myself like
yeah,
this?
cause like it was like cause it was still the long work times. It's still like the same thing, but like all the good things that you went into like expected like craft service, like the little things that you took for granted, like craft service, just being able to walk up to craft service and like grab a pack of Oreos and then walk away and just snack on it, to
Yeah.
where it's all like motherfuckers got like a tarp over it and like they're oversized, they do the thing like one at a time and all this type, like people having to hand you food, and how you say like the lunches were no longer like you just grab what you want. It's all like
Yeah.
bagged lunches and everything was cold, and it was like, man, this is like,
Everyone's wearing masks too. I mean,
yeah,
everyone was concerned about catching it. You know, at
mm,
that time, it was very scary.
yeah.
I
Mm.
mean, shoot. I mean, everything
Yeah,
changed.
and everybody was on edge. Nobody really wanted to talk. Nobody talk to each other. It was
Yeah,
kind of
the
like the 6 feet.
antisocial.
Yeah, very antisocial. It was like that was the first time I felt like I was like at a job. Like you know what I mean? Like you know like that vibe that you get when you're at the job. Like damn, I'm at work right now.
Yeah, it felt like you're.
Yeah,
I'm at work
I'm
now.
at work.
Like,
Damn, what are these damn cameras doing here? Get these cameras out of my face.
take him out. Get him out of here.
Yeah, it's like that's your job. You're the PA. Oh, my bad.
I'll be able to take it down the street. You go up there about 6 feet.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, but Shang-Chi was like one of the first ones that came up after COVID, and uh, no one knew how to handle a set. You know, everyone was still learning. They had people like the CCO, and that was like the COVID compliance officer, and that was a new job for everyone on set, was to have a CCO, um, and no one understood how to follow protocols sometimes. You know, and then they had those other like mobile tests you could take where you could like you. That's what we do. Before you had to come into office and take that shit,
Hmm.
and now like it just changed gradually, and then eventually it ended up like being nothing after a while. But I mean, during that time, it was just tough, like how to maneuver around all that and still make a movie.
Yeah. Yeah. It was because they was trying to, and I bet the production company spent a lot of money just dedicated to like COVID testing, to where like we could tell just how much of a shortage there was with work, because it's just so much money was dedicated to having to put forth towards COVID testing, that it was just impossible to get all these projects off the ground how it normally would have been.
Yeah, there was a lot of money to be spent too on these movies too, and then all of it all went to COVID.
Hmm.
Like I remember being in LA, and one of the things that we had to do for COVID testing was to drive up, and they take the test inside the car
Yeah.
while you drive away,
Hmm.
and that was like something new. I was like, oh, what the hell? That's different,
Hmm.
And like there's so much things that they had to waste on COVID compliance and all
Yeah.
that.
And we had to drive to a certain specific COVID tested place to get the swab or whatever. And it's like they're like, if you live somewhere like Sacramento, like me, like live in Sacramento, but well, can I just go down the street to like Rite Aid? Like, no, you got to go to the specific one in Oakland. And it's like, oh my god, like,
Was it by the Children's Hospital? That one,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, like, all right,
I, yeah, man, yeah, it's tough, dude.
mm,
I wish it was more like you just go Walgreens and take it
mm-hmm.
instead of having to do all that.
Yeah, it was it was a headache and a pain and stuff like that. And then the thing that sucked about that is like the second they like ended all the COVID protocols and we're thinking that things is getting ready to get back up and running, like the strike happened.
Yeah, dude, it was one thing after another.
Yeah.
Like we got hit with the strikes that kind of demolished a lot of things.
Mm.
Uh, Money was being sent to more to the executives, and they didn't want to share, and they want to help crews out and make films, and there's a
Yeah.
lot of bunch of
Yeah.
things going on.
It was weird. It's weird because a lot of people don't realize, like a lot of movies that came out last year, like 2024 and stuff like that. Like you, like from a consumer standpoint, they'll be watching it and they'll be like, "Oh, this is my first time." Like Deadpool and Wolverine or whatever. You know, they're like, "Oh, it came in theaters like now," but they don't understand like that movie went into production before the strikes. You know what I mean? It was a production during the middle of the strike. So a lot of these movies that have been coming out like over like 2024 was carryover from 2022, 2023 that never got released because of the strike. So it's like a log jam, a back jam of work
Yeah,
to where like so now consumers they're seeing this content, all these movies being put out. But from our standpoint, for people who are trying to work and shit, we're like, that's cool and all, but shit is slow.
yeah. There's nothing going on. We don't got nothing, and
Mm.
it's like we're just waiting. We see these movies, but none of those are new movies.
Yeah,
They
to
just
us they're not new
yeah,
movies. We're like
they just been sitting on
yeah,
the.
we're still waiting for Freaky Tales.
Yeah, Freaky Tale is supposed to come out this year.
Yeah.
Like I want to see that.
Hmm.
I worked on that for a little bit, but I
Hmm.
left early. But it was fun while I was there.
Yeah. Mhm. So then the other movie that you had worked on, it was, you said Dead Wrong, the
Dead
other
wrong,
production? Yeah.
Rob Schneider.
Ralph Snyder?
I was one of that actually that job gave me my union days to join the union in LA, but it
Okay.
gave me 19 days. You need 30 days to join. So basically, you have to have 30 days to join the local 399 Teamsters Union in LA.
Mm.
That job gave me 19 days
Okay.
on set, and that was a fun event or a fun set because like the crew was fun to work with. I had one of the coolest managers. Shout out to Romeo, you're a good dude. You always helped me out when I needed the help, and he got me the job too. And it was a fun set, like different places to go to, and talking to Rob Schneider, and just being a part of that production was fun to work in LA.
Mm. And you said it was 19 days or it was 30 days to get to join the union,
To join the union.
and that job gave you 19 of those days. Now, when they
Yes.
break that down, is it like you just show up for the day that's it count, or is it like an hour scale that the hours have to accumulate to like 30 days?
I think it's so it's on the paycheck or your payroll.
Mm-hmm.
It should say your hours that you worked on,
Mm-hmm.
and then it should give you like your day in those hours, like your 12-hour day.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one day,
Oh, okay.
and then they count it from there,
Oh, okay.
and it's weird because you have to send it to a third party company called Contract Services
Mm-hmm.
for them to vouch to verify your
Mm.
days that you worked, and then you go back to Teamsters, and it's like a whole mess.
That's interesting. Yeah.
But I mean, not a lot of people understand how much like you gotta do to join the union. There, you have to get 30 days. Sometimes that's not the best way to do it. Sometimes you have to go on a non-union shoot that flips to a union shoot.
Mm.
And I don't know. I just got it that way. I didn't join yet. by the way.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
still, yeah.
But you got the eligibility or whatever.
I didn't get the eligibility. I got the
Oh,
19
the 19.
days,
Okay,
but I
okay.
needed 11 more.
Okay, I get
And,
what you're saying.
and
Yeah.
I try to get it like throughout the last couple of years, but I never ended up getting the 11 days.
Mm.
So it actually expired those 19 days.
Those expire?
Yeah, after 3 years.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
That seems like a hassle from a like from like I said, a production assistant standpoint, to where I guess I could see why, because like I heard this thing that say like production assistants, they like have like a 5 year, like, you know, after 5 years or so they kind of like either they move up or they just don't do it no more. I guess I can
Yeah.
see how you're saying, like, if your hours reset after 3 years, stuff like that, you don't want to, you just, if you're sitting around at like 24 hours, something, you know, man, I'm only 6 hours away, but shit's about to reset in 6 months or something like that.
Yeah.
You'd be like, ah.
It was like, dude, I tried so hard to get on that, and then it didn't happen. But it left me with the union in San Francisco to stay with.
Mm,
So I was like, all right, I'll stay here. And if the time ever comes to come to LA, if LA calls me back to go there to
mm,
work, and that might happen this spring, but I don't know if that's gonna happen for
yeah,
a movie. But if it does happen to work that way, then I'll come back to LA and do that,
okay.
and then chase acting over there if it leads me there.
And is there a way for them to like grandfather you in, like um being a local up here in San Francisco, to where like,
Transfer to the Teamsters to them.
yeah,
I think the only thing they do is you don't pay the initiation fee when you join,
okay,
but you pay like some other fee.
yeah, because I think like with the union, you could be like local, like me, I'm local up here for San Francisco, but like if I wanted to join down in LA, I'd have to pay the like the remaining half or whatever.
The 15.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, I want to join
Mm.
all nationwide.
Yeah, I think it'd definitely be beneficial, because it's like from a like just a career wise standpoint, the way I look at it is like me being a member of the union or whatever. It's kind of just like in a video game or whatever. Like, you know, like you reach like a checkpoint in a video game. So like no matter what happens after this point, I know I'm gonna restart right here. You know what I mean? It was kind of like this. Like I know no matter what happens with the acting or whatever, like it falls off or whatever it may be. Like I know, like if I want to like restart it, you know, wherever I travel to or whatever, like if I want to restart it, I'm starting right here
Yeah, you can
as a
bring it back.
SAG
Yeah,
member, yeah, as rather than opposed to be like non-union. Now I got to fight for the SAG vouchers and
a
basically go
reset.
through that whole hassle again.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's a whole hassle in its own. I don't think anyone wants to go through all that again.
No, yeah,
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 if
yeah.
you get it to this mark, you're staying at that mark with
Mm.
SAG.
Yeah, I'm like, I ain't going back. Have you ever considered like FICOR?
I heard about it. I don't even know how to go about it.
Yeah, I don't know how to go about it either, but I mean, it's just basically, from what my understanding is, you just give up all of your union rights. So you're just basically doing it for the paycheck.
No residuals.
No, I don't know how. I'm pretty sure the residuals still apply,
Yeah,
but like I'd have to like do, like I said, I'm not too familiar with it
yeah. I
because
don't
that's
know
not
too
me or
much
whatever
too.
and stuff like that. But James over, like, my brother recording right now. Leave me alone. You see, we got the show going on, bro. Like, what the fuck?
You wanted to say hi.
Yeah, he just wanted to say what's up. But then okay, so then last one, what was the second one on your list, was Obi-Wan for
Obi-Wan.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
What was that like?
Oh, that was cool, man. Like we shot on location, and usually like the Star Wars movies at that time were shooting in studio, like Mandalorian.
Mm,
Like they had the green screen behind the actors and all that. But with Obi-Wan Kenobi, they were shooting on site at a location, and one of them was in Sun Valley in LA, and it was like 5 football fields big of a field that goes down, and that was like the place of Tatooine, and that was like a cool place to see, man. It looked just like the village in Star Wars, and like it was just realistic. It's like the way that they made the the homes and all that. Probably one of the coolest sets I've seen. And also, I got to see Darth Vader. I got to see like Obi Wan. What's his name? I forgot his name.
oh,
Okay.
Ewan McGregor,
Yeah, was it Hugh McGregor?
who played Obi-Wan.
It was the other guy. Christian
Oh, Hayden
Hayden
Christensen.
Hayden
Oh,
Christensen.
Darth Vader.
That was their Darth Vader though.
Okay, yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. I got mixed
No
up.
worries, yeah, it's all good. They're like, "Are you even a Star Wars fan to be on this set?"
Honestly, I forget the characters. You know, I don't remember all of them. But it's like it was cool to be on a Star Wars flick and be part of that. Probably one of the great times.
And were you on that for the whole time?
For the most part,
yeah.
Because it took breaks in between.
Yeah.
And like sometimes I wasn't working. I was like, dude, I need to be on because I moved to LA too at that time. And I was trying to live there. I needed the work.
Yeah.
So I paid my bills, but it wasn't working out, and that's why I ended up having to leave to come back too. So one of those things.
Yeah. It's all good.
Yeah.
You back up here, back with the community, back with the family, making moves and shit like that.
Hell
so
yeah.
It won't be. I mean, way LA's looking right now, anyways. It's probably.
I know.
That's probably a blessing.
Yeah, being burnt down.
Yeah.
I mean, no
prayers to the family and everybody that's being affected by that. But from a filmmaker standpoint, having to move away from all that, it was probably just a blessing in disguise.
Yeah. Good way of putting it, man.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. All right, man. Yeah, Bobby Ysip, man. That's we gonna wrap this here episode up, man. Like I said, thank y'all everybody here for tuning in to another episode of the Yeah Buddy podcast. You can follow us everywhere you listen to your podcast, whether that's Amazon, whether that's Spotify, whether that's YouTube, everywhere except for Apple. We're gonna take care of that soon. But yeah, Apple, everywhere else, iHeartRadio, and of course you can follow all the episodes and all my stand up, all my sketches, and all my video logs at Yeah Buddy ENT. Once again, thank you to my guest today, Bobby Ysip. Bobby, tell everybody where they could follow you at.
You can follow me on IG as Bobby Ysip _ BOBBYYSIP _ and YouTube Bobby Ysip or Facebook Bobby Ysip or on my IMDb you can look me up Bobby Ysip.
That's right, y'all. You got an IMDb. That means he is professional. And like I said, one more time, my name has been Buddy Rahming, y'all. This has been the Yeah Buddy podcast. I'll catch y'all next time. Deuces.